it's, how can I say this? I feel like sometimes men get mad when women take finances seriously. You know, we did a video about women who would say things like, how come men can't just like me for myself? Why does it always have to be about my looks? And we went on the defense for men. They like women to look good. You know what I mean? And that you can't take that away. That's just the way that they are designed. Mm-hmm. But then the instant a woman says, we like men who are financially successful, then men who either aren't financially successful or divorced get really hurt.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our content. Kara called this video something very interesting and I like it. It's called the Feel Sorry For Me movement. We got to stop the Feel Sorry For Me movements.
Sorry For Me movements are movements that are relevant, that we need, but a lot of people can, if you're not careful, they can become your excuse.
Okay.
For not excelling in life.
Yeah. We were just discussing this the past couple of days. Like, there is such a feeling of lack in the Black community. There is a deeply ingrained feeling of lack, and I'm telling you, our channel, like the great part about having a YouTube channel is, you know, we get the comments and stuff, and we try to interact with you guys, and we like to do that, interact with you guys and everything. And I look at some of the comments and things, and you know, I hear people's opinions and stuff, and I hear a lot of lack. It's interesting. It's like, for instance, with our, I guess, a couple of 3 videos ago, which people are still commenting on that video. What was it called?
It is why most women want men to make more.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so why most women want men to make more. I'll put that link up above me if you guys want to see that video. So when I say that Black people specifically think lack, what I'm referring to is many things, not just this. This is a very, very good example. Because whenever we mention like money, right, in any way, shape, or form when it comes to talking about a man, right, we were talking a lot about, as we always do, you guys know, about relationships and the progression of relationships and longevity in relationships and relationships being good and connecting with one another. And the first thing people do is come out and say, divorce, but they get divorced and they get everything. And I'm like, calm down. Like, why do we have to think the negative always? Why does it always jump from one thing to another? And it's not just about that. It could be anything.
I think that there are a lot of men who, when you talk about their money, they get frustrated. And I think a lot of it is because maybe you don't have it.
That's a big reason.
I mean? And I'm not here to down any man that doesn't have who's not where he wants to be financially.
Right.
That's not the point. In fact, I give you credit if you're just going to work and still doing it and still thinking positive and still, you know, on your come up. I get that. But just because a woman wants more in her life, and that means that she's putting more into herself. Because to me, the only way that you would want more from someone else is if you yourself are working hard on yourself and wanting more. Then it's, how can I say this? I feel like sometimes men get mad when women take finances seriously. You know, we did a video about women who would say things like, how come men can't just like me for myself? Why does it always have to be about my looks? And we went on the defense for men, and we got some shit from women because women were like, why are you basically pandering to that part of a man? You know, like they should basically like us for ourselves. Why are you making them think that's okay?
We took up
and the reason why I think that's okay because that is the genetic makeup of men. Men like women who look good to their standards, whatever their standards are. They like women to look good. You know what I mean? And that you can't take that away. That's just the way that they are designed. So, okay, but then the instant a woman says, we like men who are financially successful, then men who either aren't financially successful or divorced get really hurt. and get really angry, and everything is written in caps, and everybody's overly punctuating everything and being upset. I'm like, I'm sorry guys, but just like men really want a woman that looks good, women really want a man who is financially successful.
And I feel like this is like a huge conversation that needs to happen. There's a lot of men who have a basic understanding of women, right? So I think that I can comfortably say that. But there are men who have no clue how women operate, how women think, how we feel, you know what I mean? What we want, what we desire within ourselves. Like when it comes to wanting to be taken care of as a woman, that is a natural feeling that we have. We want to be secure. We want to be protected. We kind of want that from men.
And we also want something to support you.
Right.
So it means you have to have a passion for us to have something to support you with. If you don't like your job, then we can't support you on not liking your job.
Yeah, I'm trying to put this the right way because I know that people will get defensive over this. But I really want, the reason why I'm trying to say it the right way is because I want to have a conversation that results in us understanding each other, which is what we are about. We are not about, we are not on board with these gold digging women who want to spend and take and just take everything from a man and only use a man for his money. Only that's her bottom line, right? We're not on board with that mentality. That is a low vibrating woman that does that. That woman is low vibrating, and for some men, she has a place because he don't want anything serious, you know. And she has. So I feel like it's like whenever a woman says what they desire, naturally, it's immediate. It goes on to the immediate defensive and negative.
Right.
You are a gold digger. All you want is a man's money. All you want to do is just get a man and marry him, divorce him, and take all his money. And what we promote is longevity in relationships, spiritual awareness in relationships, emotional connection. I don't know. I feel like looking at men, it's almost like you don't expect more of yourself.
Right.
So I'm trying to be as respectful as possible because I am meaning this respectfully. But I feel like a lot of men don't really want for themselves, or they don't feel that they can do it themselves. You know what I mean? And so whenever a woman brings up money, and the only reason, by the way, that we brought up money, that particular subject, is because we were asked to talk about that part of the Kevin Samuels, the ABBA interview. So that's why normally we don't like to talk a lot about men's money, because we know this is what we get, right? And when all we're doing is just having more of a natural feeling. But what people jump to, like what a lot of men jump to, is on the defensive that everyone's trying to take from you. And we're trying to explain to these men that not every woman is trying to take from you. There's something within your spirit. There's something within you, not us, it's within you that's feeling like everyone's trying to get you. That has nothing to do with us. There's something there and you're not looking at. And so when you hear a woman speak a word of money, you lose it because something happened. It can't just be us. We're just on YouTube, you know? So I don't know. I think that's a very low vibrating feeling that men have when it comes to this.
Right. We had several comments, and one of the comments was always, it's the one that repeats a lot. Well, every time a man has money, you look at these NFL players and NBA players, and then these women take half. Well, you know what? I'm really tired of men talking about another man's wallet.
Please.
What does your wallet look like?
Right.
Stop talking about something that isn't you.
It's not your money.
If you don't have that kind of money, or you're not in that tax bracket, why are you worried about another man's wallet? Why don't you worry about your own?
Right. And this is the common thing. People always say this.
Those men have their money under control. Clearly, they have their money under control. So to sit around there and obsess over somebody, first, you don't know. You don't know why they're getting a divorce, and then secondly, you aren't in their tax bracket.
Right. To
talk about them like you are. You know what I mean? It drives me nuts. Not because of the comment, it's because, again, it feels like you're playing victim.
That's the thing.
And I'm sick. I don't want to see black men become victim
We expect more of you.
Yeah.
We are black women that expect more of you.
And as women, we're supposed to push you.
And let me
if
tell
we're not
you,
pushing you, then what we're saying is you're okay being mediocre.
And we're not okay with you being mediocre. And I'm not
okay with black men being mediocre. Just like I'm not okay with black women being mediocre. I'm not. That's the reason why we defend, what's funny is we defend black men 90% of the time because we do think that this world is becoming anti-man.
We do.
Yes. I do. You know what I mean? But
we have a problem with the divorce laws.
We get women get mad at us for saying that.
Constantly.
Because they're independent women and they're
they're moderate
feminists.
women.
They're moderate, you know what I mean? And so the times are changed. Okay. But still, I still think that the world is becoming sort of oddly anti-man.
Yeah.
But I also see a lot of men becoming useless.
Mm-hmm.
In the process, like you're allowing women to just be the dominant ones. We hear about men all the time, like, I think somebody said that, my wife makes more than me, but she still considers me the head of house. Okay. I have a problem with that. And the reason why I have a problem with that is because you should want to do more. You should want to, if she's making 6 figures, you need to be trying to do way more than that. Because you're supposed to be the head of the house. And when I say that I'm looking for someone who's, wealthy, I don't mean just wealthy in money. We did a show where we talked about 2 men we were dating that were wealthy financially. But wealthy is not just money. Right. It's wealthy spiritually, yes. wealthy mentally, and wealthy financially. Because that man can lead a home.
If you're missing one of the three,
then you're missing the mark.
It's a problem. Those all coincide with each other. Finances, a man being able to take care of his family on his own, also part of the protection thing too.
Yeah.
Finance is not just about buying things. Finances is securing the home. You're securing the woman. You're securing the children. You're securing them. So when we are women who believe that men lead in this world, there are a lot of people who do not agree with that, particularly women. Hearing that is they feel that we're putting them back in the 50s. And I gotta say, there were parts of the 50s we shouldn't have let go. And I just feel like we just as women, and I don't know if I'm speaking for all women, but I know I'm speaking for a lot of them, we do expect more from men. And we are always going to expect more from you. You guys expect, and let me tell you also on the flip side, that we have had, I don't know how many times we've had comments from men that say, a woman has to look good, she has to be supportive, she has to be physically fit, she has to, all of these things, and we take all of that into account. Like when we hear you guys say that, you're right. You're absolutely right. We get what you're saying. We get that. We understand you have to look presentable. You have to look like you care. You guys want that. And we have no qualms about that whatsoever. We feel that you are correct about that. A lot of women don't like that critique when men say that to women because they get then women get defensive. And it's like, no, ladies, you got to listen to these men.
I think that a lot of men are used to dating low-grade women.
I think so too.
And the thing is like, look, it's hard being an A+ person. But to excel in life, you have to have a mentality that's going to push you further. And that mentality is the people that you surround yourself with. And if you surround yourself with a woman that doesn't care that you don't make any money, doesn't care that you're not thriving or ambitious,
she's a low vibrating woman.
Then she's not doing what's good for the household. She just simply has a man.
Yeah.
And another thing is that a lot of guys think simply because they are male that you are the head of house. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. You are not the head of house because you happen to be male. You are the head of the house because you are wealthy spiritually, mentally, financially, and emotionally. Right. You can't lead a home unless you are top notch on those levels. How can she push you if you don't want to be pushed?
How can she make you great?
How can she make you great?
How can she help? Because a woman, I feel, is supposed to be the helpmate to the man, and I feel like a woman is supposed to not only have loyalty and all that, but we are there to help you get to your dream. Yeah. Because we know
that's our goal.
That's
what we're here for.
So I feel like us doing that for you and with you is helping the whole family because we're helping you achieve what your greatness.
Yeah.
And so when you hear women say, we want you to be the head of the household, and I'm going to talk in a minute about women who don't want that. So, okay. But right now we're talking about women who do. And it's funny because when we talk about this, men are commenting back and as if other men don't believe that too. That's what's funny. And it's like, no, there are men out there that are wanting this type of woman. There are men out there who want the traditional household.
And there's a woman that's going to pour into a man.
Yes.
That's the point. We're supposed to be helping each other. But if you think that I'm going to help you do nothing.
No.
I'm sorry. That is just not going to happen.
It's not helping you. That's not beneficial to you at all.
There becomes this sort of arrogance that people get when they're missing the mark, and they just think they deserve just the best of everything without doing anything.
I'm man, so I'm head of house.
No,
there's other things as well. I mean, that's like someone being. People are not just you. Just because you're able to be a parent doesn't mean you're really parenting. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you are a woman, and so that makes you a mother if you have a child. That doesn't mean that you're correctly taking care of a child. It means you're just a woman who happens to be able to have a child. So it's like there's more things that go into being called mother.
Right.
There's more things that go into being called the head of the house. And there are things that it's making me realize how low vibrating people are thinking right now. Black men are thinking, black women are thinking. It amazes me.
Yeah.
It's just the idea is that you guys don't want a woman to push you to be on top of your financial game. It's just, and the fact that you associate women that do that with women who just want money. Kara and I have, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this real quick. Kara and I have been, we lost everything. Let me just put this in perspective for you guys so you know this, okay? So y'all know, we lost everything. We had to start our life all over again, okay? There were men who were wanting to lift us out of this. They were wanting to come in and save the day.
Right.
We had every opportunity.
Yeah.
To just use those men for the money and get out of the situation. We had every opportunity to do that. What we did instead was no, you're more than I don't want you just for your money. There's other things that I want. We decided that we want, to lift ourselves up out of this. Because we expect more of ourselves. Right. So because we expect more of ourselves, we have decided that we're going to help ourselves out of this, and then the man will come along. But I'm not going to take a man for all his money just because I'm going through something hard. I would never do that.
I mean, we had a guy say, these women just don't understand men. No, you might be right. I don't understand men who don't have drive. I don't understand men who don't have ambition. No, I don't understand that type of man. And some of you guys act like you don't want us to have standards at all.
Yeah.
Standards are good for both parties. If you don't have standards, then you need to sit down. You need to be trying to work on your money. You need to be working on what drives you. What's your passion? A woman cannot help a man do nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry. A woman cannot help you do absolutely nothing. And a good woman isn't going to date some guy who's walking around here making no efforts to make any kind of real living, smoking weed, going out, acting like he's still 12 years old.
Creating babies.
Sorry, acting like he's like 18 years old when he's 30. 35, 40. No. Eventually you have to evolve.
Right.
And a woman telling you she expects more of you is more of a blessing. You just don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
It's a compliment.
It's not a compliment.
Why is it that if I say to you, I want you to be able to take care of our household without me. What I'm saying to you is I want you to be rich. So I don't understand why why me expecting giving off good vibes to you and pushing you and telling you wealth vibes. Why that makes you feel like I'm a gold digger. What I'm trying to say is I want you to prosper. If you can take care of a household without a woman and you can take care of a full household, you have money. You have money.
Yeah.
You are considered a successful man. And any woman that's not pushing you to be a successful man is a worthless woman.
Right.
Who is allowing you to be a baby daddy, who's allowing you to be a drunk at some bar, who's allowing you to not eat right or not take care of your body, that woman is not a woman you should be even dating. But how many of you guys date women that you know are worthless and you will still sleep with her? And then the instant she gets pregnant or the instant something happens, we be complaining about child support. Or she wants money out of me. I don't need a man to just whisk me out of a hard situation. I can deal with hard.
Right.
Hard is nothing. You deal with it. You find solutions. That's what you do. I don't need a man to do that. But when I talk about my married life, then I'm talking about a man that can actually be a leader.
And it's like, yeah.
And can inspire me.
Right. Right.
Exactly. Inspire me to be more and do more. And the only way that I can get a man like that is if I'm already more.
Right.
What I'm doing in my single life.
So I can be the right woman for you when it happens. So when the man comes into life, I'm already working on myself. Right? I'm a single woman. I'm already working on myself. So when a man comes into my life, when that happens, I'm good. We're good. Mm-hmm. We're good. You know, so it's kind of like, expect more from women.
That's the reason why I don't like feminism. Because feminism has caused you guys to be not ambitious.
Yes.
It's caused men, because back in the 50s and 60s, men were the breadwinners of the household. So it didn't matter what you did for a living. You made more than her because she was at home cooking and cleaning.
You can be the milkman. It doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. But now it's like feminism has caused men to not have to be ambitious anymore. Yeah. Because they think because a woman can work and make money too, now I don't have to do it. I don't have to be the person that makes money anymore. Well, guess what? Even women that make six figures want a man that makes six figures. You know why? Because she's a woman.
She's a woman.
We're security loving guys. I'm sorry if you don't like hearing that, but that is the truth. We are security loving people.
And if some guys, we had some guys say, not just in this video, but many videos. This guy said it just seems like all women just want the security part, like exclamation point, angry face, emoji, and then like 20 men like that comment, right? 20 like that comment, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself,
you don't want security?
What are you talking about? but what's that tell you? If you're noticing that all women are saying the same thing and we all don't know each other, doesn't it tell you that naturally speaking, that is just something that comes in us naturally?
It's just naturally.
It's just something that's built in us naturally, as it is things that are built into you naturally.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that women do want you to do well. We want to help you do well. We want you to look at us and help us do well in our perspective roles. We that's what we want. We want that. But the idea of a woman mentioning money equals gold digger is limited thinking. If you are that man and you jump from a woman wanting security to she wants all of my money, gold digger, she's gonna divorce me and take all my money and take half. If you just jump from that, you have humongous issues with women. The comments are interesting because they always gauge. It's like always we obviously have under 1,000 subscribers, so we're not big YouTubers, but it does kind of gauge where statistically kind of where things are and the accuracy of the actual global statistic when it comes in America, or the American statistics when it comes to this, because 1% and there's a 99%, and I will say in the comments section 1% of the men understood exactly what we were saying. Just 1% of our comments, out of all those comments, 1% of them knew what we were saying and agreed with what we were saying and understand the dynamics between men and women are completely different. Men are wanting something different than women, and we are wired differently. Those men, that 1% understood. The 99% of men that didn't are the ones that have the big exclamation points, the angry face, the big letters. It's like, but the 1% of men have regular sentences.
Right.
Calm sentences.
It's called when men are complicated, it's red flag for me anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But exactly. It's just amazing to me that that so many of us don't think bigger. I'm talking about Black people.
Yeah.
Why we don't think bigger. Why does it seem as like just coasting through life, like not really doing anything in life, is considered successful in the Black community.
Why do we always think that we can't be that one? Years ago, I thought that too. Like it wasn't until I kind of woke up, I realized that I could be more.
Yeah.
I used to be a person that thought lack like that too. You know what I mean? I just thought lack. I just thought, well, I can't be that person because look the way they have all that stuff. They have all the know-how and all that. And I just always felt like successful people were different than me. And the truth is that they are not. They just made a decision to get up and do something. When I got to the decision where I recognized that I was thinking lack, that is when I said, okay, well, you got to take some action in your life. You are not different than that person on, TV, or that person that went to, college or whatever and got some fancy job, or didn't go to college and prospered. You can prosper too. And I just think that Black people, we have this feeling of lack. It's like I said in the beginning of this video. It's like whenever when we talk about relationship, we're talking about prosperity, spiritually whole, mentally sound, emotionally available, emotionally connected to one another. We think high. Kara and I are thinking high level when it comes to relationship, marriage, whatever. We're thinking on the high part of that. And what happens is that men, a lot, I'm not going to say some, I'm going to say a lot of men will come in and say immediately, a woman just wants all your money. That is a low vibrating thought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that means that you are not spiritually sound. You're not emotionally sound. So you're going to get a woman who isn't either.
I mean, what you think about all day, you become.
You become.
So if all you ever think about is gold digging women, well, that's what you get every day. Let me tell you, not all women are gold digging.
Yeah.
When women walk around saying all men are dogs, you know what? Then that's what you get, because that's what you think about all day. Not all men are dogs. There are some really great men out here that are being ignored. And even when you get people like this that want to say all men are dogs or all women want, I'm actually happy that you guys are being relegated to people who are low vibrating like you. Mm-hmm. Because now, you can sift through the trash.
Yeah.
Because that is trash thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are people who all they do is talk about their problems. They don't talk about anything but their problems. The only thing they want to talk about is all the bad things they hear out on the news. The news, everything that's bad on the news they want to talk about. Everything that's bad in their neighborhood. Their financial situation is bad. They're going through a hard time. And then that's all. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I'm sick. All they want to talk about is their problems and their issues. Well, that gets old. And I don't even like talking about people's problems.
Me neither.
I don't even talk about my own. I talk about, solutions. Yeah. If you're not talking about solutions, then you're not talking about nothing.
You're a part of the problem if you're not talking about solutions.
That's not moving forward. You're talking about nothing when you talk about problems.
And when you talk about nothing, when you talk about...
It doesn't help you to talk about your issues all the time. All you're doing is perpetuating it. A mentality that keeps it coming like a revolving door. Yeah. Bad women, no money, no ambition.
I'm worried about
out to get me.
Like I'm really worried about because just I'm telling you, like I said, we gauge it through just to hear people's mentalities through the comments and stuff, and just everyday talk too. Not just that, not just YouTube, but like just our everyday talk as well. Just to see Black people talk so low is like disheartening.